Hello again, and welcome back to Granny Dorothy Visits. I'm so glad you're here with me again today. I have a few readings to share for you, and I hope you're going to enjoy them. Today's is going to be called, it's actually part 2 of one I did before, of Creative Visualization is Magic. And the first reading from Louise Hayes' book, Everyday Positive Thinking, and the author is Susie Orman. Financial freedom comes when you take care of the people around you and you offer your services to God. Mm-hmm. And the next reading from Julia Cameron's book, Heart Steps. And the quote at the top of the page is from Shakti Gawain. The more we learn to operate in the world based on trust in our intuition, the stronger our channel will be, and the more money we will have. Money is a strong current flowing to me and through me for good. Money is a means to an end. It is a servant and not a master. When I ask for money, I am asking for a supply. It may come to me as money, but it also may come to me in other forms. I am alert to the many forms my supply may take. While I welcome and receive money as one form, I also welcome and receive supply in all forms it appears. And the last one is from the Creative Visualization and from Shakti Gawain. I'm so bad at pronouncing. Okay, so this is called How Creative Visualization Works. That's why I wanted to continue on and do part 2, because I believe it too. Creative visualization is magic. In order to understand how creative visualization works, it's useful to look at several interrelated principles. The physical universe is energy. The scientific world is beginning to discover what metaphysical and spiritual teachers have known for centuries. Our physical universe is not really composed of any matter at all. Its basic component is a kind of force or essence that we call energy. Things appear to be solid and separate from one another on the level at which our physical senses normally perceive them. On finer levels, however, atomic and subatomic levels, seemingly solid matter is seen as smaller and smaller particles within particles, which eventually turn out to be pure energy. Physically, we are all energy, and everything within and around us is made up of energy. We are all part of one great energy field. Things that we perceive to be solid and separate are in reality just various forms of our essential energy, which is common to all. We are all one, even in a literal physical sense. The energy is vibrating at different rates of speed, and thus has different qualities, from finer to denser. Thought is a relatively fine, light form of energy, and therefore very quick and easy to change. Matter is relatively dense, compact energy, and therefore slower to move and change. Within matter, there is a great variation as well. Living flesh is relatively fine, changes quickly, and is easily affected by many things. A rock is a much denser form, slower to change, and more difficult to affect. Yet even rock is eventually changed and affected by the fine, light energy of water, for example. All forms of energy are interrelated and can affect one another. Energy is magnetic. One law of energy is this: energy of a certain quality or vibration tends to attract energy of a similar quality and vibration. Thoughts and feelings have their own magnetic energy that attracts energy of a similar nature. We can see this principle at work, for instance, when we accidentally run into someone we've just been thinking of, or happen to pick up a book that contains exactly the perfect information we need at that moment. Form follows idea. Thought is a quick, light, mobile form of energy. It manifests instantaneously, unlike the denser forms such as matter. When we create something, we always create it first in thought form. A thought or idea always precedes manifestation. I think I'll make dinner is the idea that precedes the creation of a meal. I want a new dress precedes going and buying one. I need a job precedes finding one, and so on. An artist first has an idea, an inspiration, and then creates a painting. A builder first has a design and then builds a house. The idea is like a blueprint. It creates an image of the form, which then magnetizes and guides the physical energy to flow into that form and eventually manifests it on the physical plane. The same principle holds true even if we do not take direct physical action to manifest our ideas. Simply having an idea or a thought, holding it in your mind, is an energy that will tend to attract and create that form on the material plane. If you constantly think of illness, you may eventually become ill. If you believe yourself to be beautiful, you will become so. Unconscious ideas and feelings held inside of us operate in the same way. The law of radiation and attraction. This is the principle that whatever you put out into the universe will be reflected back to you. As you sow, so shall you reap. What this means from a practical standpoint is that we always attract into our lives whatever we think about the most, believe in more strongly, expect on the deepest levels, and or imagine most vividly. When we are negative and fearful, insecure, or anxious, we often attract the very experiences, situations, or people that we are seeking to avoid. If we are basically positive in attitude, expecting and envisioning pleasure, satisfaction, and happiness, we tend to attract and create people, situations, and events that conform to our positive expectations. So, consciously imagining what we want can help us to manifest it into our lives. Using creative visualization. The process of change does not occur on superficial levels through mere positive thinking. It involves exploring, discovering, and changing our deepest, most basic attitudes toward life. That is why learning to use creative visualization can become an experience of deep and meaningful growth. In the process, we often discover ways in which we have been holding ourselves back, blocking ourselves from achieving satisfaction and fulfillment in our lives through our fears and unconscious beliefs. Once seen clearly, these limiting attitudes can often be dissolved through the creative visualization process, leaving space for us to find and live a natural state of great happiness, fulfillment, and love. At first, you may practice creative visualization at specific times and for specific goals. As you get more in the habit of using it and begin to trust the results it can bring you, you will find that it becomes an integral part of your thinking process. It becomes a continuous awareness, a state of consciousness in which you know that you are the constant creator of your life. That is the ultimate point of creative visualization, to make every moment of our lives a moment of wondrous creation, in which we are just naturally choosing the best, the most beautiful, the most fulfilling lives we can imagine. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, and that's all at our fingertips, and God wants that for us. He wants us to enjoy our life, and He made our bodies like this and our minds like this that are incredible, amazing. We just haven't figured out, how to do it, and it's really quite simple. Our thoughts are so important. So think good thoughts. Think about what you want. Always focus on the good. Don't pay attention to the bad. Don't keep looking at the bad things around you. Look for good and you'll find good. So I wanted to leave you with the thought of to sum up what we read, and it really is that I am the constant creator of my life. I am the constant creator of my life. You are the constant creator of your life. And that's what you have to remember. What you think about, you're going to bring into your realm. So think good thoughts, feel good thoughts, and feel the love all around you, and send love. If you enjoyed this video, I'd sure appreciate it if you gave a like or subscribe, or maybe share it with one of your friends or someone that you think that it might help them too. Okay? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I send you my love. Mwah. Until next week. Bye for now.